Good morning, Carmen Ray with Healthy Teachers Helping Classrooms. Today we're talking about self-respect. This is one of Drew Dudley's values that comes from his book. This is Day One Leadership. And if I was to go back in my classroom, I would use these values as a foundation for my classroom management or team building to support students in understanding the value that they bring and give them the language and experience of these values so that they can understand them and align their daily decisions with them over time. It's a bit of a guide. So Drew defines self-respect as a commitment to making decisions that recognize four things. You have as much right to happiness as anyone else does. You cannot add value to anyone else's life until you've added enough value to your own. Your happiness is your responsibility. Happiness is not possible without forgiveness. And Drew has action-driving questions that go with these definitions. And these action-driving questions can be asked at the beginning of the day so that then our mind can look for them as we go out throughout our day. So his first action-driving question is, what did I do today to be myself? Next one, how was I my own best friend? And lastly, what did I do today to prioritize my own needs? Now, these are the action-driving questions that he created in his book. This is Day One Leadership. He also encourages you to make your own. So if these ones don't resonate with you or don't quite fit with your class that you teach, build your own and build them with your class if you like. I want to speak to how was I my own best friend? When I taught in a classroom at the beginning of the year, we talked about our mindset and the conversations that go on in our own brain, because sometimes we're really unkind to ourselves with our self-talk. And no one else hears that self-talk. And so that's what makes it so dangerous. And so at the beginning of the year, and sometimes throughout the year, if I noticed that students were maybe being unkind to themselves, we would do a bit of a demo. And so I would ask two friends ahead of time, so they didn't feel pressured, if they would come up and have the conversation that they had in their own head with their best friend. And some of them could do it. Some of them would role play it. And I had a couple fellows come up and they could easily role play it and they joked around and it was humorous. I did have a couple of young ladies come up and they couldn't actually do it. They couldn't say the things that they said to themselves in their head to their best friend. And so this was a really key one for me when I taught middle school, because we want kids to know that they can bring those conversations out and have them with other people and have someone else give them a different perspective. Have someone else give back what they know is so valuable about that person, so those conversations don't happen in their heads. So I just wanted to share that with you, that experience of mine. And self-respect in the classroom can be super casual, and you can put like this definition on the board, take a picture of this definition and project it on your board. You can have conversations about it with your class, see what they think. You can have them illustrate it. I've put a picture of myself on here. They could just draw a picture about what self-respect meant to them. They could role play it. You could look for it in novels and short stories and picture books. But self-respect is such a key value for students and for ourselves. When I show this in the workshops I teach, it's always interesting to hear what the adults have to say, because sometimes we struggle this with ourselves. So lean into self-respect, have a conversation with a friend about it, have a conversation with a paid professional if you'd like, have a conversation with your spouse, and include your students in your classroom in these conversations so they can experience what self-respect is on a day-to-day basis through casual conversations, through intentional teaching, through different assignments, whatever that looks like in your classroom and however that might fit. Thanks for tuning in. If you are interested in connecting with me more about self-respect or any other of Drew's values, you can reach me at carmen@healthyteachers.ca. That's CARMAN @healthyteachers.ca. I also have a slideshow with a bunch of these values on it. If you are interested in that, also reach out to me. Have an amazing day in all that you're up to, and thank you for all you do in schools and with students.